Hey team, Luca Crusader Machining back for another coffee talk. Monday morning, little chill in the air. The Midwest fall is definitely finally here. We've had loads of great weather for this October, but I think that's done now. Even more of a reason to enjoy a nice hot cup of black coffee. Delicious, tart, somewhat disgusting. But in this coffee talk today, I want to talk about saving money in a shop. And it could probably be applied to other facets. It could probably be applied to other facets in life, personal life, professional life. Um, but right now, I mean, for a lot of shops, it's a tough economy. In manufacturing right now, in the job shop world, margins can be really slim. And with the interest rate being as high as it is in the country, and this has nothing to do with the left versus right, one side versus the other, I could care less about that. I got a family to feed at home. But with the interest rate being high, with quote unquote trade wars and actual wars going on all over the country, it can be really tough for manufacturing. And I think that people should look to save money whether or not the economy is good or bad, business is good or bad. I mean, tighten up those margins if you can. So a couple ways that we go about saving money, and am I going to say that I thought of these ideas myself and take credit for them? Absolutely not. I talk to a lot of people in the industry. I learn a lot about what different people do. Not for any reason other than just the discourse and the conversation, but you pick up a lot of information. So in our business, we use a lot of turning inserts, WNMG, CNMG, CCMT, a lot of cutoff inserts. Anyone there that's running lathes, anyone watching us that's running lathes knows every machine's got a cutoff, every machine's got a turn. So we buy them from our distributor for, say, $6 or $7 an edge. What I do though, instead of going to say, well, you know what, I want to buy the cheapest import I can, first thing I do is I go to eBay. And not just cutting inserts, that's just an example. We've been able to find conveyor belts for our machines, components for hydraulic pumps, different items for maintenance, cutting tools, and eBay has saved us a tremendous amount. There are some items that we've saved close to 50%. Now, the obvious caveat with that is that they are not always going to have everything in stock. So what I do is I scour eBay all the time. I got about a top 10 list of most used cutting inserts or items that we might need, and I go on eBay all the time. Not every day, but 3 or 4 days a week. I check out what savings we can get, and we've saved a lot of money over time. Second thing is we actually sell on eBay. Now, this is not a plug for the store. I could care less. It's not something that's generating, a huge amount of profit, but it's twofold. When we have an item that we might scrap or discard, instead of discarding it, I look to see if it's viable on eBay. And like I say, twofold. One reason, it saves that from going into the scrap yard and someone else will be able to use what we were going to scrap. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Second thing, puts a couple bucks in our bank account, which obviously is always welcome. Buy on eBay, sell on eBay. Another thing that we do is we try to make stuff in-house. I made a video, one of the last videos I made on my channel before this, I made a video on some items that we made in shop. Now, we do not make them with the intent of making profit. Maybe someday we will, but as of right now, we just made it for ourselves. And we also saved a tremendous amount of money. And it was very, very fun to do. For those of you that watching that really just like to make stuff, use your own two hands or use your, God-given brain to make something, you should try it. It is a lot of fun to figure out a problem, come up with a solution, put all that to test, put your skills, your mind, your brain, your hands to test, and make that. Put it on the machine and say, man, I made that. So not only will it save you money, but it's a fun project, you know, and it kind of gets people in the shop involved. We really enjoy doing stuff like that, to the best of my knowledge. I mean, I enjoy it. Whether or not anyone else enjoys my pet projects, I have no idea, but they're pretty cool. So those are a couple ways that you could save money in your shop, and you could probably, not just for machining, but different shops or different businesses around, you could probably take those same couple principles and apply them. You know, be resourceful. Before you go out and buy something brand new off the shelf, think, where can I get it? I mean, whether or not the economy is tough, being frugal and wise with your money is a valuable lesson. No matter the time of the economy, the time of the year, the industry that you're in. I mean, unless you need it now to get that machine or get your item running, take a little bit of time. See if you can find it secondhand or make it yourself. Save a few bucks along the way. I hope you enjoyed this little bit of knowledge from me, or I guess more so experience. This was Luke with Crusader Machining for a morning coffee talk. We'll see you next time.